Well, hello. I do wonder if anyone is ever going to see this, or if anything is ever going to come out of this. But, well, I suppose you're here. Yes, I suppose you'd want to know what I'm going to do, what kind of a player I'll be, how I'm going to play, if I'm going to be worth your time. If you're here, I suppose you're scraping the bottom of the barrel a bit. You've no doubt watched many a Witcher 3 playthrough before and are looking for more. Hopefully not with too high standards. Well, anyway, I aim to do a story or a lore focused playthrough. I mean, I of course enjoy a challenge as much. I also enjoy a challenge, yes. But I really do play these kind of games for the story, most likely. And that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try and speculate on how the story has gone in the past, like in the past of the game world, and how it will go based on intuition and what we know. I am going to read every text and I'm going to speculate on people's dialogue and stuff like such. Now, there was an open-end cinematic that I didn't expect, unfortunately. I haven't ever booted up the game before this, so it kinda went past me. But it was like an exposition cinematic. We were introduced to the world. It seems to be like a fantasy medieval world. I assume that it's mostly just like a classic medieval setting with some fantasy elements in it. We were told in the cinematic that there was like a conjunction that it presumably like a normal medieval age world like clashed with a completely fantasy like alternate dimension, I assume. Or not alternate, like maybe just a complete fantasy dimension, I'm guessing. And that gave birth to magic and all sorts of fantasy creatures for this world. And our character seems to be like a modified human. It said that we were taken as strays, so like orphan kids who were then subjected to some kind of experimentation and turned into these witchers that were then set out to hunt these monsters that were born of the conjunction. And it seems like the traditional clergy don't really approve of these witches, and seems like magic in general either. And that's who was narrating the cinematic, some kind of prophet or clergyman who clearly would like to see the world just go the way it was before the conjunction, but seems also to believe that there might be a potential for a second conjunction, like a coming cataclysm or something. It's the kind of way that they spoke of it. It seems like it's going to be like a apocalypse type of event if it does happen. Why it's going to be so much worse than the first conjunction, I don't know, but it seems that way. And there was something like the wild hunt, that's where like skeleton people riding on horses and flying like in the night. And it seems like our character, based on this intro screen, is going to be some like a, what you'd say, middle-aged, 30, 40 years old, like an experienced witcher, clearly, who He's like a mercenary who goes to hunt beasts. And I presume, since this is an open world game, that much I know, that we also kind of go and solve everybody's problems as we travel around the world. That's how these usually go. As far as my actual like blindness, my experience for this game, and what I know beforehand, well, as you probably can tell, not too much, but I've of course heard of the Witcher series before. It's clearly a very popular series, but I have not seen any gameplay or even trailers. I only know it's a popular open world game, and I did not much more than that. I did see the Witcher Netflix series, so I do have some kind of idea, but I mean, everything that I know from that series is basically what I could have gleaned from that intro cinematic too. So I think the main character's name was Gerald in that Netflix series. I wonder if this is who we are playing. It looks kind of similar and it has the same scar, so it might be. I don't remember if he was wearing these kinds of clothes. I presume this is Gerald. I don't know. Is there anything else? No, well, yeah. Oh yeah. My graphics settings. I tried to like put them as high as possible. This seems to be a pretty old game, so I should think my computer can handle it. Hopefully. Really hopefully. I don't know what I'll do if it can't. But lower them, I guess. Hopefully they can handle it. And hopefully I'll be able to upload it to YouTube without losing too much of the quality either. I know YouTube likes to kind of downgrade the video quality. I also put my OBS settings to like really high, but I'm not sure if that goes by YouTube. Like if it doesn't break it, I hope not. I did upload like a test video of another game, and that seemed to work. The 4K quality was kind of suspicious on how it showed up, but hopefully it works. Well, no, I guess I don't have all that much to lose if it doesn't. It's that I have anyone watching or anyone expecting me to make these videos yet. So yeah, let's begin now. I've talked long enough. Yeah, first start of course. Start a new game of Witcher 3. Wild Hunt with any installed expansions included. I have every expansion. I bought the complete edition, so I should hope I have everything, like these things. And I there was like an yeah, so there's a lot of things here. I hope that's everything. Yeah, now let's start. And this is difficulty. It's just a story. Usually in these kind of games, the second most difficult difficulty is like the proper difficulty to play the game. Like then it can like actually offer some kind of challenge. I have not heard of anything indicating that Witcher would be a difficult game. It's not like it's not a Souls game. So I probably on the second most difficulty. I don't think I'm going to struggle. But usually the hardest difficulty is not like, it's not really fun anymore. It's not the kind of fun difficulty that you have in Souls games. It's just like enemies have ridiculous amount of health and it deal a ridiculous amount of damage. And it's not really too fun to be playing against that. Like takes 20 minutes to kill one boss without the boss actually having the moveset to actually like entertain you for that entire 20 minutes, and you just dodge the same one attack over and over, and then kill the boss. It's not really fun. But if this Blood and Broken Bones thing turns out to be too easy, then hopefully I can increase the difficulty. I don't want to play a too easy game. So yeah, let's go with this. Show tutorials, yeah. Simulate Witcher 2 save. What the hell does that mean? I haven't, of course, haven't played Witcher 1 or 2 or anything else in between. No, I guess. Okay, let's go. Is there going to be another cinematic? Yes. That's us, I guess. Seems that was some kind of witch or sorceress, this woman. Pretty cool sorcery, manipulating a crow like that. She bumped into someone. The horse head was still fresh, so I guess we are investigating this battlefield like a day after it happened, I'm guessing. Oh, she's about to do some magic. Oh, cool. What did she... Oh, she like... caused the earth to collapse, like a sinkhole. Didn't seem to be too devastating, just killed a few people. And it seems we are on a quest to find this girl then. No? Are we going to pick that up? So was it like some kind of growth spirit then infused into that object? Or maybe it's like just like a magical one-time use object. We have tutorial tips, but didn't have even close enough time to read that. Now we have some scars on us. What the hell is wrong with his hair? Okay, there's some scorpion thing crawling into the path with us. I'm just... What's wrong with his hair? It looks like it's made of goo. Is that just...
No, I don't find that amusing.
Old school graphics or something?
It wasn't meant to amuse, but to
Does
prod
this
you
count
to
as
hurry.
nudity?
It's midday already.
I hope not.
You promised Ciri you
Because
would
I
remember.
really don't want to edit my
Go
videos.
before Vesemir bores her to death with those etchings.
There was some kind of like blurring thing that I could do on YouTube. And I'm really not sure what like YouTube allows anyway.
So, later then.
See you later.
Is it going to be just like a thing that if there's nudity I'm not going to get any money for the video, because I'm of course not going to get any money for the video anyways. So do I really need to care? Our Witcher guy seems to be a bit younger than I assumed, like based on the body shape. Or he just kind of looks younger, I guess. So maybe he isn't like middle-aged. Maybe he's like 30 or 20 or something like that. And just the ritual that was done on him makes him look old. Hold on, isn't this the woman that we were chasing? Kinda looks like that. This tutorial we introduce the game's core elements. We will in the glossary. Where you'll also find detailed information about world lore and gameplay mechanics. Yennefer, that was in the Witcher show too. Yeah, map. You know how maps work. Is there anything I can... okay.
You're running out of juice.
I know. You might bring me some more once you're done training.
Can we go talk to her? Of course we can. But let's look around a little bit first. I'm unfortunately not like a architectural, historical kind of guy. I don't know all that much about history or architecture, but I would really love to analyze like what kind of era this architecture goes to. I'm like medieval, I guess, but that's not very specific. I mean, it's Western, this kind of wall painting, I'm pretty sure. So I'm guessing it's like a medieval Europe type of place, but also not very specific.
Nothing but silver.
Gold clashes with my complexion. You should know that.
Oh, we can do magic too also. Okay, interesting. Okay, the hair doesn't look as bad now. Just in the cutscene it looks kind of... I'm not going to extinguish that. Why can I extinguish all these candles? Why? What do I have against candles? Huh? Lore? Maybe? No. Key. To unlock locked doors, walk up to them and press A. Ooh, advanced gameplay mechanics. Hopefully this is going to be this hand-holding the entire time.
See, I thought Ciri could stand to wait a little longer.
It's uninstructive, not to mention unreasonable.
Yeah, better go see Ciri.
Go and train with her, then come back. It'll give me a chance to put my face on.
Of all the women I've known, you're the only one who does that before.
You've known many.
What's it matter? Only ever thought of you.
Seems like we've been around, so to say. Ciri was also another from the Netflix series. I think she was like some kind of special girl, like with some kind of scream ability, I think. And she was training to become a Witcher, I think. I don't remember if he actually became a Witcher or not. Okay, there we go. Now we're in like a tower. Cool. Seems like we're living pretty comfortably.
Old Witcher's fast asleep. Ciri's disappeared somewhere, of course.
This is the guy that was going with us through the battlefield. Always in like a old keep, I guess.
Guess she prefers practice to theory.
She also has white hair, so
Time to wake up.
maybe she's
master.
also already gone
These lessons
through
so
the
boring they put you to sleep
ritual
too.
to make
Damn
a
it.
Witcher.
After taking notes on ghouls and owl ghouls, wanted to rest my eyes a bit.
Making her slog through that brick? No wonder she took off.
John of Bruges lacks flair, true, but he's reliable. Not like the hogwash they print nowadays. She's tackling the pendulums, right?
He also has yellow eyes, so that's another mark
How many times do I have to tell
of
her?
a Witcher.
Don't train alone. It only embeds your errors. Bring our young damsel to the lower courtyard. She wants to practice, she'll get to practice.
Gotta admit, we've spoiled her.
We've spoiled her. I've been saying it from the start. Ciri needs a firm hand.
Slitted eyes, so,
Been saying
so
that
like a
true.
wolf
But you
pupils,
let
I
her
think.
walk all over you just like the
I
rest
think
of
I've
us
seen
do.
somewhere some kind of references to like
I suppose I'm partly
wolf.
to blame.
Well, they're wearing
This has
wolf
to end. Now.
like
Killing
necklaces.
monsters is not something to be taken lightly. Ciri must understand that if she's to become one of us. I'll see you below.
Wrong. Now I see why you were so eager to practice. Strike.
Oh no, I hope you're not going with this kind of fantasy sword bait that's like incredibly unrealistic. All this kind of fancy spins and maneuvers.
You're not in a
Not
circus
very
pirouette.
practical fighting, you know.
Wrong. Footwork. Enough. Get down.
What is she training for anyway? Is she going to like
What do you think?
fight on fences or on trees or something? Like
All right. Take off the blindfold.
or maybe it just trains footwork.
You've got
Okay, she
work to
has
do. Your
green
reflexes
eyes,
are
not
still
slitted
slow.
pupils.
Maybe for a witcher.
Think drowners or
So
striggers will
she
go easy
isn't-
on you
isn't a
because you
witcher,
haven't
yeah.
undergone the mutations? Though in your shoes, I'd fear Vesemir more than any Strigger. Disobeying his instructions, unwise.
Well, yes, but that book was horribly
But
dull.
did they already talk about some
I
kind
know,
of mutations or
and you
something?
know
I kind of
that's no excuse.
missed that.
I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
Better not. Vesemir said if it does, he'll make you eat a bowl of slugs covered in salt.
You!
Exactly. So you'd best behave. Come on, we'll practice with the others down below.
Shall we run the walls?
Yeah, let's do
Of
tutorial.
course. This a Witcher school or an elven bathhouse?
Oh, we are in a Witcher school. Okay.
Maybe if you fall.
So this is like a Witcher fourth. Yeah.
What did I tell you about breathing? Through your mouth, in rhythm with your steps. Ciri, cut it out.
So there's fall damage, yeah. Of course. But not from this kind of height, right? Yeah. Man, this looks holy hell. This looks really good. Well, we're having a race, I guess. Damn.
Fast! Na 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 na. Oh no. Vesemir's got that look.
What did you expect?
Okay, so there's more people here too. So it's not like an abandoned fort. It's very much inhabited by us Witchers, I guess. Well, those guys don't seem to be Witchers, even though they have many scars. Oh, never mind. They had slitted pupils too, so they're Witchers too. So maybe the white hair is not
Anything to say
like
for
a sign
yourself,
of
young
Witcher.
lady?
I'm very sorry, Uncle Vesemir.
Young blood craves action, I understand that. But when you fight a beast, knowledge counts as much as your silver sword. At the very least, you ought to be able to tell a ghoul from an owl ghoul.
By markings, like unto the Panthera tigris that in Zerrikania dwells, and by the sickly paleness of its visage.
So you did read the chapter. Still, you should have asked if...
But you were asleep, Uncle Vesemir.
Don't try to weasel your way out of this.
A Witcher must know how to trick his opponent. You said so yourself.
Might have. But don't use my words of wisdom on Vesemir, got it? That's playing with fire.
Fine, we've talked enough. Geralt, you're with me, Lambert with Eskel, Ciri with the dummy.
Again?
Stop groaning and grab a sword.
We're like, are we going
What do
to
you
train
think?
with each
Should
other?
we start by reviewing the fundamentals or go right to free training?
Yeah, let's go with the fundamentals. I have not played the other games.
Should work on the basics. Even skilled masters need to hone the fundamentals, and Ciri's barely a novice.
Draw your sword, Geralt!
Okay, I'm not going to read a lot of that, but ethereal raids and giants. Okay. Okay, so silver is needed for slaying monsters. They have some kind of... Are they just going to be like completely invulnerable to anything that's not made out of silver and I presume magic? Like you cannot kill a monster with under any circumstances with anything but silver? Or is it just like slightly more effective for killing monsters? Maybe it's like poisonous, maybe they are poisoned by silver, who knows? Okay, we have simple forms of combat magic, so we are not very proficient sorcerers, but we have some kind of, yeah, we have science. Simple one-handed gestures, okay. And basic alchemy too. How? Okay. Yeah. Locking on.
Quick cut!
Like so.
1, 2, 3!
1, 2,
Strong
3.
strikes now. Give it all you got.
Strong
Never
attacks.
lock your elbow when striking, young lady. Dodge!
Position, Ciri. Footwork. Remember,
Yeah, beat the dodge. Hit me, bro. I need to roll. Oh, okay, with A.
Come on!
Strange, there are two buttons for rolling.
Now, Parry him.
Okay.
Ciri, see how Geralt holds his sword, its angle?
What am I supposed to parry? Fighting a stupid dummy.
Pretend now, live later. Riposte! Strike!
Okay, so
Counter
is, I was a little bit worried that there wasn't going to be any kind of parrying mechanics like taking a guarding stand just before the attack, but okay, it's just called riposting. Okay. That's my favorite thing to do in these kinds of games. Yeah.
Maybe a storm's coming.
Take that! Sliced your jugular.
Now, young lady, to bring the day to a close, we'll go over a few witches' signs. Let's start with Quen.
When? Okay, so I kind of like equip it from there, and then
Tomfoolery! Enough!
is it not active? Okay, yeah, there we go. Red into the bottom right.
What the
That's
blazes are you doing?
what questing spells, but that's not Quen, it seems then. Protective shield. So I guess I just cast Ard, I guess. Influences opponent's minds, makes them like confused or something. Interesting. Okay, there we go.
Stop showing Ciri. Quen is sometimes called the Witcher's Shield. Now watch carefully to see why.
Okay. Okay, can't attack now.
Cast Igni, Geralt. I want to see sparks fly.
Hmm?
See? If not for the Quen sign, I'd be aflame by now. Alright, Geralt. Come on.
Hard sign, which is what I just cast. Never mind. Why can't I have it equipped, like, right?
See
There we
that,
go,
Ciri?
yeah.
Ard.
Oh, skip dialogue. Why?
Time for Axii. Damn it. I hate this feeling. Axii can really muddle your mind.
Okay, so it stuns them for a little while.
Heard it now. Show her, Geralt.
And it seems like there's like a charge. Oh, never mind. No, there isn't. Maybe there is later, but not now.
Tomfoolery. Enough.
And what's this?
See this, Ciri? Couldn't move if I wanted to.
Oh, it so slows him down. Okay.
Throw a bomb. Don't worry, Ciri. Quen will dampen the blow. Come on.
Okay. Interesting stuff. I love the kind of idea of being like a spell blade. That's what I did in Elden Ring too.
Die.
Okay. Can I lock on or do I just have to aim?
Had enough?
Oh, wait, what? Stand here. Why is there like another marker there? Oh, yeah, I have to throw the bomb at that. Okay.
What now?
Wait, I missed. Like, do I aim? I missed. I suck. I'm terrible. Okay, hit it now. It didn't count. Man. Is there like aiming? Wait. Oh, for fuck's sake. Tutorial is telling me how to aim. Okay, there we go. That's better.
Quick and painful.
Jeez. Just have to read.
Fine. Enough. Continue training at will.
Yeah. Let's keep training a little bit. get a hold of the combat. These are,
For this shit.
these are blocks, heavy attacks, so there is like a combo, 3-hit combo maybe. 1, 2, 3, maybe more. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, he just stops me at that point. I think I'm going to prefer. Oh. I can't roll those. Okay, there we go. I think I'm going to prefer dodging with B instead of the roll dodge. Doesn't seem to be very reliable. There doesn't seem to be any kind of punishing opportunity after doing it. But let's try it just with B. Like, hit me. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just easier with B. Doesn't seem like there's much like iframes or anything, but maybe there is. I'm not sure, but B seems to be easier. And let's try it with the spells a little bit. No, not that one. Sure, this. Okay, so it doesn't stun them while you hit them, it's just... I guess it makes them out of combat. It's going to be useful like there's multiple opponents. Stun one dude and kill the other. Then kill the stunned dude. Yeah. I'm guessing this thing... Well, it does knock people back, this thing too. Somewhat. Yeah, about the same amount as these two. So why shouldn't I use Igni over Art like always? It's the same amount of knockback, right? Yeah, it's the same. What? But Igni just sets them on fire also. It's not like I have mana either. You can see in the top left, there's just a cooldown, no mana. I wonder. Maybe they get like upgrades that make them different from each other later on. I'm assuming there's going to be a skill tree. Protective shield, yeah. Blocks one hit, it seems.
Come on.
Right. Okay, well, it doesn't last very long, clearly. Hold on. Why does it stop there? Like... Hold on, I got the test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's lasting clearly a lot longer. So it just breaks when I break his shield. Hold on. Here you apply. Hold on.
How long you gonna make me wait?
Yeah, it's just... Okay, maybe his shield breaking deals like damage that breaks my shield. But I'm still assuming that it's going to be good for like just hyper aggression. That I can just keep hitting him while ignoring a single hit. That's probably what that spell is going to be good for. And this is also like crowd control, so I can just like slow a group of enemies and then fight one while the other are slowed, I guess. Or maybe for running away too. It's pretty quick to cast, it seems. Ow.
Come on, at them.
Okay. Oh no, we have the notorious back sheath. That shouldn't be possible at all.
Whoa! You really showed him, kid.
Ciri, get down here.
A little she-devil. Soon as she's back, we'll set her to polishing all the swords at Kaer Morhen.
Kaer Morhen, that's the name of this
Find that
castle, I'm
helmet?
guessing.
Ciri?
I'll make sure to find every last blade for you. What the?
Oh, is there a person inside of that? Like a corpse. Yes.
Vesemir.
What is this? Some kind of... Oh, it's these wild hunt people from the cinematic.
I've long awaited this, and you, White Wolf.
I'm guessing these are the main antagonists of this story. I'm also guessing that Ciri didn't just die. And this was some kind of scare cinematic. Yeah, I thought so. Flashback. Oh, so the entire training thing was a flashback. Okay, okay. Also, we're still changing Jennifer.
You all right?
Had a nightmare.
About?
Take forever to explain.
Dawn, some way off. We've got
Nightmare
time.
about the good old times gone wrong.
Started in the guest room at Kaer Morhen. I was relaxing in a tub, and next to me,
Triss?
Yennefer. Funny,
Triss.
isn't it? She's never been there. Seemed so real in my dream, though.
Is that like her?
Is she nagging you about something? True to life, indeed. We'll find her.
Yeah, okay, that confirms that we are running after Yennefer. I couldn't really tell for sure based on the cutscene, but yeah.
In the dream, I went and found Ciri. Then we trained.
Those were the days. Little she-devil. I've trained kids who were faster, stronger, but none had her character. Didn't end well, did it? Your dream.
Yeah,
No.
it's a nightmare, of course.
The Wild
Tell
Hunt
well.
appeared, attacked Ciri. I couldn't move, stood there like a stump.
It was just a dream.
Okay, so this is like optional dialogue and story progress. Okay, I think I skipped optional dialogue then.
That's the problem. It was more. In the past, when Ciri'd appear in my dreams, something was wrong. She was in danger.
We taught her how to defend herself from anything, wraiths included.
Be dawning soon.
Okay, Geralt looks much older now. Okay, so I guess that was like long ago, like many years ago.
Wait. Show me the letter from Yennefer. Might have overlooked some hint in there.
Didn't overlook anything. We were meant to meet in Willoughby. That's what she wrote. Meanwhile, one army or another burned the village to the ground. All we can do is follow her trail, so...
Stop talking for a minute and give me the letter. How about that? It does smell of lilac and gooseberries.
You were gonna read it, not sniff it.
We must meet soon. Willoughby near Vizima. Nothing else to guide us there. What's this postscript? I still have the unicorn?
Stuffed unicorn. You used it once or twice. In certain situations.
The things young folk get up to these days.
That did
Back
it
on
say
topic. How's it
just
look?
as
How
a
far
bed?
behind
I
and
read
how far away?
as a bed.
2 or 3
I mean, in
days.
bed makes sense, but
Trail's
as a
fresh.
bed.
But it looks like it leads towards the main road. Could be muddled there.
I guess I just read wrong.
Wait, hear that?
Does that horse have something
I
like
smell it. Ghouls.
weird in his eye? Okay, so there's a war going on. Obvious enough, there was an army fighting each other. Yeah. What did I cast? Okay. That's not going to be very useful. I need something else. Igni probably. Ah, okay, so my spell recharge is much slower now. Can't just constantly spam it like I did in the tutorial. Finish this thing off? Yeah. Oh no, don't kill my horsey. I assume there is going to be like a limit to how much I can block with my sword. I can't just sit in a card pose and not take any damage. Adrenaline points can be used to cast abilities, yeah. I assume I don't have such abilities yet.
Of course. When armies pass, necrophages follow. Let's go before any more show up.
Necrophages. Is necrophage like necrophage? I'm trying to think what that word means. Like it's a Latin word or mix of Latin words. But I don't know Latin enough, of course. I mean, I don't know any Latin, but like necro meaning corpse, and phage, I don't know what that means. I'm just trying to think if necrophage means like these living dead, these ghouls, zombies or something like that, or if it means like necromancers that make those living dead. Okay, can heal by eating. Of course, I can heal by eating bread. I hope it's not during combat. If I can just like, hold on, let me eat this bread. And my arm grows back. Oof, I got hit in the stomach. Guts are hanging out. Hold on, let me eat some bread. Oh, okay, now I'm good to go. Let's fight. Oh, okay, so I can't regenerate vitality by meditating. So I just have to use the less realistic option of regenerating health in this game mode. Okay. For quick use during combat. Okay. Of course. I have bread and water. Yeah, both of them regenerate vitality. Yeah. Eat some bread. Okay, so it's a slow kind of regeneration. But there's the crystal
skull
skill.
and black crystal. Why do I think this is Yen's?
Okay, now is the time to fiddle around with my inventory. It said that there was world lore to be read in the inventory. And I am going to read it. I'm going to read every last bit of lore that's going to be found in the inventory. Yeah. Large and small item. So there is going to be item descriptions for items. Yes, yes. That's what I like. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay, so... Okay, never mind, it's not... I thought it was going to be like Elden Ring, when you click and you get like the item picture and some lore about it, but no, it just literally makes the item description bigger. Okay. What does that do? Yeah. Okay, so there's the map. White Orchard. That's like a... Okay, that's like a place to get quests. I guess that as we progress along, and we presumably as we progress along long enough that Vesemir gets out of the picture one way or another, I'm guessing he's going to die somewhere. That's usually how these go. Or he just goes away somewhere, who knows. But once we get him out of the picture, then we can really like unlock the open world mode of this game, and then there's going to be like all sorts of quest markers around here that we can go around doing. Okay, now finally some lore. Yennefer had contacted Geralt finally. They had not seen each other in years, and okay, so it has been years since that flashback, obviously enough. Meet in the village of Wilbur. Wilbur. Okay. So as was his want when it came to all things Yennefer. Damn, Geralt is head over heels for this Yennefer girl. Okay, but Yennefer wasn't there. Okay, so we were in Wilbo already. And it doesn't even exist anymore. Okay. Okay. Nothing else to read here, of course. Okay. Stronghold of the Witchers in the Blue Mountains, okay. Yeah. This is the skill tree. Seems like we don't have any points, so I'm not going to bother with that yet. Meditation screen. I don't like to meditate. Bestiary. Okay, finally some proper lore. Ghouls creep and crawl at night, eating everything in sight. In a snap they'd eat you too, chop you up for ghoulish stew. Ghouls and graveyears are hard to describe. In part they resemble humans, yet on the whole they are the utter negation of all that is human. Though they have arms and legs like men, they walk on all fours like dogs or badgers. Though they have eerily familiar faces, one searches them in vain for any sign of sentiment, reason, or even a spark of consciousness. They are driven by one thing and one thing only, an insatiable craving for human flesh. Okay, so am I going to assuming then that the ghouls aren't like made from humans, and they're just like creatures that began spawning in the wake of the conjunction? So these aren't like zombies, which is what the name ghoul would usually indicate. Necrophage. Is this? I really want to know what phage means. In fact, I'm just going to Google that. What does phage mean? I've seen that used in other things too. Phage meaning. Short for bacteriophage. No. What does it? Greek word for phage. To eat. Okay. Necrophage eats corpses. Okay, that's what that means. So they aren't born of corpses, they just eat corpses. Okay, makes sense. Oh, yeah, this is like this is the close area or whatever. These are tutorials and stuff. Doesn't seem like there's any lore here, it's just tutorials. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Lore page for characters. Cyrilla Fiona Ellen Rhiannon. So she's some kind of noble because she has 4 names, I guess. And maybe she was orphaned or just didn't like the noble lifestyle. She was like a noble in the Witcher series too, I think. And that noble family just, I don't really know. It's been a long while since I watched that series, but I think they were like attacked and maybe the noble family like died or something. If that's how it goes. Yeah, and okay, so the year is 2051, 1251. For Cyrilla is also a highly skilled witcher. Okay, see, Isha Witcher then, even though she doesn't have the slitted pupils. The last bearer of the Elder Blood, a powerful source endowed with exceptional magic talent, and the Lady of Time and Spit. Okay, so she's really special. Her hair color and date of birth seem rather incidental now, don't they? What does that mean? Did something happen in 1251? Or is that some kind of like anniversary of something? She's Gerald's adopted daughter. His destiny, his unexpected child, someone bound to the future by fate's most inextricably tangled fetters. Okay. He and Vesemir taught her in the ways of the professional monster slayer. It was then that her magic talents were first revealed. Okay. She was a source. Okay, so she's... yeah, a powerful source. So there are other sources too. I wonder what that means. Does being a source just means like you have talent for magic? I mean, that's what it says here. Talent for magic. So maybe Yennefer is also a source. Perhaps maybe a less powerful source, maybe more powerful source. Who knows? I hope we get more on that. She would one day have to hide from the entire world, even Gerald. Why? I wonder. It does seem like the Witcher 3 story is kind of like picking off from where the last game left off. I'm guessing it does seem like Yennefer and Ciri and all these other characters listed here are like characters from the last games, I'm guessing. Dandelion. Is he some like a poet, I guess? Yes, a poet. Troubadour, so musician too. Oxenford Academy. Oh, is this the poet that was in the Netflix series always traveling with Gerald? The one that made that song toss a coin to the Witcher, I think. Yeah. I'm guessing that's him. And forever will remain a close friend and steadfast companion to the Witcher Gerald. It's his fate I chronicle in this present work and his story which I shall sing till the end of days. Okay, okay, like this, all of these descriptions that we are reading in the menu written by Dandelion. It's not written by Gerald, of course, clearly, since it refers to Gerald here, Gerald's adopted daughter, so this isn't written by Gerald. And this is written in the first person, so these are probably written by Dandelion then. Witches have a great deal in common, but with Eskel and Gerald the similarities are particularly striking. Okay, so train at the same time as Gerald. They got into trouble together. Okay, so they're good friends. But not as renowned as Gerald. But he equaled the White Wolf, so maybe he's like almost as good or as good. Deirdre Ademian is highly unpredictable, unexpected child. Isn't this also his unexpected child? I wonder what that's about, unexpected child. This talks about fate a lot, so it's unexpected child, like someone you adopt, like an adopted child, or something like fate brings us together type of thing. No, this is law, of course. Okay, so confirmation written by Dandelion. Okay. Quinn played. As the White Wolf, okay. Yeah, I've heard this somewhere. Gerald Bill referred to as the White Wolf. It seems that Gerald is like really famous, which would indicate that he's been alive for some time, like maybe he's like 50 years old already. The youngest among the witches doesn't look all that young. Okay, but not much on him. Oldest living member. Oldest witcher of any school on the continent. Doesn't look that old either. Like, do witches just not live to an old age? Like, you would think that there would be like retired witches or something. Is there like some kind of aging thing? That being a witcher makes you age slower or something? Well, no. Golden hairs. Okay, so witches do age. Okay, so that was 20 years back. So that means that Geralt is presumably like at least 40. Lost his memory while doing something. Books and stuff. No, nothing there. Okay. Alcoholist, okay. Yeah, okay. I don't know how long I've been recording, but I think that would do for our first episode, I think. I am definitely going to do more. Yes. See you in the next episode then, I suppose.